The voice of the Cougs, Matt Chesina.
We are here live at Zeppo's. It is that time of the week. Great to see everybody. It's time to talk some basketball and all kinds of things here with Kyle Smith. Boy, you were right there on the cusp of that road win at UCLA. You had it double digits late. Now, I don't want to dwell on it, but we do want to talk about it a little bit. The week that was. You've watched some film. You've processed it some. A lot of good things, but disappointing in the end, I'm sure, no doubt.
Yeah, no, just the effort in general. We went down with a great mindset. I think it's been 83 years, or might be 93 years.
Well,
like 37, no, 63. It might be 83 years since we've swept UCLA.
So it's never happened home and road?
Never.
No.
We swept them, we played them twice in the same place.
We played them twice.
Up here?
Both in Pullman.
Well,
how about that?
Yeah. So we were trying to do something that's never been done.
It's never been done before. The Cougs never won home and road.
No, our guys were into it. Like the last media time out there, talking about, hey, it's been 83 years, let's do this, and put ourselves in position to do it, and just came a little short. But I think UCLA's playing some of the best basketball in the league right now, and they're long, they're talented, but we've obviously had. I felt like we should have won that one, and they probably should have won the one up here. I mean, they controlled that one up here, and we came back and got them, and kind of they flipped the tables on us down there. So. And then Saturday, I think we were a little deflated and didn't have Isaac. So, we got to regroup and see what we can do against Cal tomorrow.
A lot of those threes that missed, and you're 4 for 28. There were a lot of misses. It is the numbers is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
They were good looks. I mean, were they looks that you kind of felt good about at the time?
Especially second half. Actually, I thought when we put Duran and Jazz out there, we spread the floor, and Ryan was finding guys, and we had some good looks and couldn't make anything. And that's when when Duran goes 0 for 4, that's when that's our automatic. We call him the Uzi for a reason. He lets it fly.
Yeah.
And I wish we would have made a couple there. That would have been. I think we got the thing to 10 without making a shot.
It was amazing. It was amazing that it was at 10. It was about.
Yeah.
It was like 6.
It felt like 30. 10 felt like 30 the way we were shooting it. To be honest,
it kind of felt like it was going to be something like the Cal game in Berkeley, which we'll get to in a moment here because it's apropos. But you were down there, and then you went from 10 to 3 in about 45 seconds.
Yep. No, it didn't happen.
No, it didn't. It didn't go that way. You mentioned Isaac. Let's get right to the question here. We've got one on Twitter and one here in person. We'll go with Ron's in person. How is Bonton? And I think what Ron means is like not so much emotionally or academically, but like how's he feeling?
Funny thing, got two things to report there. He's got a little cold.
Oh, okay.
That we can overcome. Okay. But I think he's on the mend. He's let's say doubtful for tomorrow.
Okay.
And we're hopeful for Sunday.
Okay. All right.
So that's the best way. But it was not a, there's this hip. I don't know. It's kind of similar to what happened to Jeff a little bit. One of Jeff's 7. He's had one of seven injuries where they landed on Jeff. Who was it that landed on him?
Evan Batty.
Yes, at Colorado.
Oh,
yes.
you mean the biggest player in college basketball this year? Yeah, that guy.
When that guy landed on Jeff, and kind of the same. Not I don't know, but some of the same capacity. So. He's doing all right, and I think he'll work his way back in there.
The funny thing about that, not that I want to dwell on this either, but in terms of basketball injuries, you've got your twisted ankles and your jammed fingers and your things that happen kind of almost every game. This was very strange. He twisted funny and then sort of dropped down the next possession.
I know. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, it was an odd deal.
No, definitely.
So let's take a break. We'll get to more questions. We've got a couple more write-ins here.
We're breaking early this time.
We're breaking early. Because we've had them back. We talked about this.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we'll format it. We'll format it a little better. All right, we'll take a break. We're live here at Zeppo's talking ball here. It's Coug Hoops with Kyle Smith.
Good.
Cougar head coach Kyle Smith, here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chesina.
Back here live at Zeppo's Talking Ball here with Coach Smith as we get set for the Bay Area Schools' final home game, final home week of the year, a rare and odd Wednesday-Sunday split. And that's a quick turnaround for the Cal Golden Bears, who were on Sunday and now playing on Wednesday. Let's go questions. Let's go right into questions here from Zeppo's. Dan and Karen, great Cougs. Always love to see them here in Zeppo's. Have you ever had or seen so many injuries on a basketball team?
One other time, I had one other season at Columbia where we were playing pretty well. We actually lost a guy in walkthrough to a rolled ankle.
How's that happen?
Our best player. I can't even describe it. So that happened, and then that was at Harvard on Friday, and then Saturday at Dartmouth, my starting center said he had a bad back, and that was about injury 9 or 10. But I don't know. It's happened before, but this one's tied for the worst. Yeah.
So Rapp started the year injured, and then Dion in the Cayman Islands. Have you actually ever been healthy? Have you had the whole?
I don't know.
I don't think you've had the whole team all year.
No, I'm pretty sure that.
I don't think there's been one game.
No, I don't think one game. Maybe not one practice because I think Rapp went down pretty early.
Yeah,
and it was missed 11 weeks. So like that, we were at least one short there from the giddy up.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's been tough.
It's crazy. This is a good one. This is like a baseball, and the baseball team started. They flew to Hawaii today. It's not a bad deal.
That's a good place to start.
Not a bad deal. Yeah. What would your walk-up song be if you had one?
Well, that's pretty easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's one.
Have you thought about this before?
No, absolutely. There's actually a major leaguer that has it. I'm trying to think of his name. There's two options, and I don't know if the crowd will appreciate it, but it's definitely Humpty Hump, Digital Underground.
Okay.
Or possibly Do What You Like by Digital Underground. it's one of those two options. Underground. Yeah, that was kind of where I stopped listening to music about 1989 when I was in college, but they're from the Bay Area. It's a long story, but there was a giant that would come up to Humpty. It was great. I can't think. I'll remember it.
Okay.
I'll remember it. But
just blurt it out when you get it.
I'll get it.
Yeah,
I'll get it.
So there you go.
That was a great question.
That's the walk-up song. That is a good question. Who is your favorite all-time quarterback? Your all-time favorite quarterback?
Well, it depends what kind of quarterback we're talking about.
Okay. Football quarterback.
Yeah, I know, but there's when I grew up, I'm old enough where they didn't really throw the ball.
Oh, okay.
So J.C. Watts for Oklahoma running the wishbone was one of my favorites. The option was great.
Yes, yeah.
And then I grew up with the Oilers, and Dan Pastorini was my guy.
Okay, all right, okay.
I don't think he made any Pro Bowls.
No, right. That's really low. That's probably a really uncommon answer. Both of those.
J.C. Watts.
Yeah.
No, but actually, I'm in fact fascinated by the quarterback thing. But I do really. And Joe Montana broke my heart in the 1979 Cotton Bowl when he played Notre Dame and rallied against University of Houston down 20 in the fourth quarter. So I've always had a huge appreciation for Joe, and then Brady's ridiculous.
Brady's the guy.
Where
does he play this year?
That's a great question.
That's the key question. It's going to be weird to see him in another uniform.
He's definitely not going back to New England.
No, it might be. Maybe. I mean, I think it's still on. But
why is he still playing? I mean, what does he have left to prove?
Well, there's that too. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That anyway.
Jeff wants to know how your wife likes Pullman. Happy wife, happy life is written down here.
Where is she? She's here. She loves it.
There she is.
Yeah,
she's right over there. Yeah,
she loves it.
Yeah, she's
a Washington gal. It feels a lot like Manson.
Yeah,
Washington. So it's all the same. Once you get east of the Cascades,
love it. Well, that's good.
That's fair.
That's good. She's nodding in approval. She says, she says absolutely.
No, friendliest people. I'm telling you, I'm going with the friendliest place on earth. I'm coining that. I'm going to put Pullman on the back.
I think that's fair. I think that's right. I think
that'd
be awesome.
I'm wearing that in the parade. They make us walk. I'm rocking that shirt.
When I first moved here, I was in the Armory building, and it was really early on when I had gotten here, and they had the parade, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was brand new, and I heard it. And I'm thinking,
the Lentil Festival. Hold on, Lentil Festival. I'll be wearing that. Friendliest place on earth.
Yeah. So I go out the front door, and Bob Robertson's in the parade. Well, I'm like, what is going on? There's Bob, and there's a parade. That's great. This is great.
Yes.
I didn't know. It was awesome. Yeah, really cool. Hey, so we got some questions rolling in here on Twitter for you. Let's skip that one for now. We'll come back to that. Okay, how will so Jeff Pollard, Senior Day, coming up on Sunday. Jeff, prior to this year, had played in 80 games as a Coug. He'll north of 100 now.
Yeah.
And we'll probably finish around 110, 115,
Sure.
whatever. And how will losing Jeff Pollard after the season affect the program?
I think hopefully he'll make it that much better, because that's kind of the idea, was that he's part of the origin story for this program, that he was one of the guys that opted in and wanted to make it great, and his leadership, and whether it's, the DJ, Ryan, Noah, those guys, and hopefully left that kind of impression on him, that how much he cares about Washington State, cares about Washington State basketball, and really cares about all his teammates too. He's just a wonderful role model, and it's neat too. I've got some pro coaches that reached out and be some options for him to play overseas.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, no, it's been a great. I'm glad he really came back, because I think he was really thinking about trying something else, and he really, when I talked to him, I said, this guy doesn't really want to leave. I mean, Pullman, and then talking around, I mean, I never had more people ask me, are we getting Jeff back? For like 2 weeks, and so he made a really big impression on, I think, people around the community, and he touched a lot of people. So that's why I said the program's going to be better for him being in the program, and the guys that learn from him, they're going to take it to the next level. In
a lot of ways, he sort of exemplifies a lot of, almost, I don't want to say everything, but a lot of what you want out of a Cougar ball player. Right?
I mean, very much so. Like the first night I talked to him, I said, I'm looking for 3 things: great attitude, great work ethic, and guys that really want to be here. And at the time, he was in the portal, so he had to fix that last part. But I can tell I always tease him about being the mayor here someday, but he's a great representative and wonderful person.
Glenn, watch out.
I know.
Jeff
he's
Pollard's
not worried.
Graduate.
He's Glenn's kind of cocky about it too. He's like, running unopposed. I was like, oh, all right.
That's great.
Be careful.
One of my favorite things on some of these tweets, by the way, are the handles. That was from LeBron's burner.
Love it.
Yeah, that's great. Wanted to know how Jeff would affect the program. His departure. Ethan Davis, who Ethan Davis wants to see more Gervais Robinson lobs. He wants lobs to which may actually be.
We're throwing at Gervais, or Gervais throwing them? That's what I need to clear that
That's a great question. It says, can we just see more Gervais lobs?
Sure. I think one would be more. I can't remember any this year. I think we're 0 for throwing or receiving. So
not a common deal.
No, but go for it. I'll tell Gervais. I'll talk about shoot around tomorrow. I'll let him know.
You'll love it, right?
We got who's my guy there?
Ethan.
I'll let him know.
Ethan Davis. Yeah.
Ethan Davis wants to see a lob out of it.
He wants some. Hey, for the world's most refreshing beer, 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly with Coors Light, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. We'll take a break. Come back. We're live here at Zeppo's talking basketball with Coach Smith.
M_Chaz. That's M_CHAZ. Now, back to Zeppos.
That's a good way to do it here. We're live at Zeppos. We are taking questions and talking ball here with Coach Smith. Amy Rocio on Twitter wants to talk FA. How's he doing, and how excited are you to see him in Beasley? Tell us about FA. Is it Abogidi? I think that's how it goes.
FA is what it is.
FA. It's FA. All right.
No, really excited about him. It's a really neat story how he's from Nigeria, played the NBA Academy in Senegal, and then now he's moved to the NBA Academy in Australia, and his uncle works at Schweitzer.
What are the odds of that? What an incredible story.
It's an incredible story that he's from Nigeria and his uncle lives here, and his grandma visits here all the time. So it's a neat story there, and I got a little clip from him playing the other day, and it's like one of your little memes, or is that the right word?
Like a GIF or a GIF?
I don't know what those are.
Or just a video. I don't know.
Video.
Yeah, sure.
Like a Vine.
Yeah.
A Vine with those back there. Those are out of date, right?
Or was it a TikTok? Were you on TikTok?
Could have been TikTok. I don't know, but it was a picture of him showing on a ball screen defensively, recovering and spiking it off the top of the board, and I was like,
that'll work. That'll work.
Yeah, so he's I'm excited to see him and coach, but he's just a wonderful person. That's a big thing with us, is to get the great attitude where he really wants to be good. He's just one of the best athletes I've ever seen, period.
How excited were you that a 6'11", 6'10"?
Yeah, he's probably 6'9".
6'9".
Big enough.
So 6'9", a 6'9", super athletic rim protector's uncle worked for Schweitzer in Pullman.
That's what I shut it down. I said, look, you're like a local recruit for us.
Yeah.
So this is
local recruit from Senegal.
Nigeria. Via Senegal, via Australia.
Got it.
I said, we have to have you here. I said, that's just it. End of story. So it's neat. And actually, I said it's not that important that he's because I think his wingspan is like 7'4".
Oh wow!
And his hands are bigger than Kawhi's. He says the biggest hands I've ever seen. So it's like, hopefully.
Is it hard to shoot when you're
usually
it's more difficult?
It's like a tennis ball. Yeah, it'd be like shooting a little goal. I don't know. Kawhi shoots it pretty well now.
Yeah, he does okay. Yeah.
He couldn't shoot when he was young.
Is that right?
Yeah, Kawhi really developed, and he worked at something.
When you say young, like as an Aztec, he was more inside, or was
no, 100% inside. Huh. You know what? It's funny because in high school he shot a little bit. Then that was a knock. That's why he went 15th originally. They weren't sure if he could stretch. Now he drills threes off the dribble and stuff. So
sure.
It's definitely, you can work at those things for sure, but. Yeah, no, he's just nice. Big hands are easy block shots, grab rebounds.
Yeah. Hey, while we're at it, how about TJ Bamba, the Denver, Colorado area recruit for you?
Yeah, it's a senior night Thursday.
Okay.
Coach Phelps is going out there to watch him, and he's had a really good year. He's averaged around 25 a game, and he's another, like I said, 6'4", long, rangy, but probably another 6'8", 6'9" wingspan that's quick and athletic. So I think we're going the right direction, and he's actually he's from New York, but he also did a year of school in Senegal. His mom, so Africa, we're all Senegalese, but he's a U.S. guy, but sounds very much like Coach Phelps. Yeah, it's the same New York accent.
Oh, does he?
Oh yeah,
that's Derek Phelps' New York accent. Super thick.
Yeah, the New Yorkers never lose their accent. It doesn't matter where they live, where they are.
Mark Jackson. And
Derek
they
all do. They all do. Son.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my dude, coach. Where's my dude?
That's awesome.
No, TJ's good. I'm excited about him.
Point guard, shooting guard.
No, it's kind of he could play a little point, but probably more of Noah-esque, but more scorer, more shooter.
Okay.
2, 3, 1.
So you're looking at between Noah Williams and Bamba and FA, you just got and Jazz Kuntz, and you're really long. I'm thinking of players who have this long. Ryan Rapp is a really long wingspan.
Trying to get there. Yeah, it's important.
Branton, how's Branton been?
Very good.
What's his? So let's inform folks. You've got a red shirt.
Red shirt local.
He's 6'10", 6'11", isn't he?
About 6'10".
Yeah,
long, rangy.
From Lewiston area.
Clarkston.
Right down the grade. Yeah, Lewiston, Clarkston. Yep, right.
I want to get it. No, actually, I think he's originally from Orofino.
Oh, okay.
Idaho. Yeah, okay. Whatever. And then his family moved there, so he played a little bigger brand of basketball and that stuff. And he's just he's a great kid and really hungry to be good. And works hard. He was actually getting a burger here a couple shows ago.
Yeah.
He's not here today.
No, he's not. I don't see him here today.
But it was just his normal routine with his girlfriend. I said, "Did you know the show was going?" I said, "No."
No, that's great.
It's their date night. She gets the mac and cheese and he gets a cheeseburger.
Well, it couldn't be that routine because Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. It's their spot. I should say. I don't know if it's routine, but he definitely. But he is, and it's the same order every time. So he is
cheeseburger.
Yeah, and she gets the mac and cheese, and they're from the same hometown. And I said, don't try to corrupt this guy. This guy is Idaho, Clarkston all the way. Like, don't just keep him pure. I told the teammates, I said, don't drag him down Fraternity Road. Don't screw this guy up. He's all heart and good, really good kid.
6'10", 6'11", and can block some shots.
Really
obviously.
athletic,
very athletic, super athletic.
Yeah, very athletic and plays hard, good feet. He'll compete there. I mean, I was torn. I just knew someone wasn't going to play much, and redshirting him was like, he's kind of a late bloomer, but like there's been definitely times where I feel like he could have helped us this year in spot minutes. He'd be because he's quick and athletic and around the rim.
Now, could he and FA play at the same time? I mean, you haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They just play a little different brand of basketball, but those are two long, rangy guys.
Well, it's so interesting because you go at time. Fair to say, you're small. This year. I mean, if Vova's not in the ball game, you're not the biggest.
Or let's say we're undersized at center, we're undersized at 4, we're undersized at 3. We got big guards. Our guards are decent size.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. But you get pretty big. That's a pretty big. That's a pretty big front court.
We got some size coming, and and this league's very big.
Yes. Yeah.
This would it's crazy. WCC is really big at the top of the league too, and. But it's unique. There's like Oregon's not necessarily. They're long, rangey, quick.
Right.
Oregon State's big.
Yep.
UW's ridiculously big.
Yep. Arizona's big.
Colorado's big.
Colorado's got Bay and Batty.
They're good size.
Yeah.
UCLA's really big.
Yep.
USC's really big.
USC might be the biggest.
Yeah. Arizona State, man.
Right.
Quick.
Right.
But there's some that are like probably the biggest in the like those other leagues like Big East. They're not playing with guys the same size. Like Big East isn't playing as big.
Villanova, when they won the national title, was like 4 out.
They still are. They still are a little bit, and that league's more that way.
Mm-hmm. Does that kind of dictate the way a league goes? Like the way the top team is, teams have to try to come back?
I think so. That's been like I was in the Ivy League. Like Princeton was doing well, and they're always Princeton, Penn, usually 2 teams. So I think like when Tommy Amaker went to Harvard. He tried to play fast. So I'm going to play fast.
Jeremy Lin.
Yeah, Jeremy Lin, and they couldn't finish higher than 4th because Princeton just kind of dictated. So he had to. Then he started playing slow and like I'll play the same way and whatever. And I think in Gonzaga is the same thing. And that WC they're always going to have good bigs. And if you don't, you can't even compete with them. No one's really been competing with them lately. But if you don't have the same size, it's over. It's just boat race. They're going to pound it inside and get on the glass, and that's hard to deal with.
Interesting. Really interesting. Hey, Post-Game Party never stops at Northern Quest with 24/7 gaming, over a dozen restaurants and lounges, luxury rooms, and more. Details at northernquest.com. What do you say we do trivia next? Let's do some
all
trivia.
for it.
All right,
We'll
do some trivia. We're coming up live here next with Trivia at Zeppo's with Coach Smith.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Catch, drop, step, hammer time.
Oh, look at you.
With Coach
You
Smith,
did research.
Here's Matt Chazanow.
Back here live at Zeppo's, we've got trivia here. World famous trivia
Yep.
as of about 4 weeks ago. Everybody's caught on. We've got a question. Let's hold the question and let's do the trivia. Let's do that.
Okay.
Mitchell's back in studio. We've got the sound effect. What's the incorrect noise this time, Mitchell? Okay, so we're going buzzer again. We're going buzzer. And if you get it correct, do we have that fired? Okay, and then we've got the very intense, high pressure.
Yeah.
Heart.
And I got 2 soup chat.
Oh, we've got soup
trivia.
chat.
Yeah,
all
soup
right.
chat trivia
Bonus soup chat trivia.
Yep.
I've yet to get one of those right.
Nope.
Not even close. I don't think I've been. First trivia question. Mitchell, fire up the heart pounding. There we go. Which players on the current Washington State University men's basketball roster were not born in the United States of America?
This is for me?
Anybody? If you got it, fine. Oh, who we have here? We got one answer. Jazz Kuntz. That's correct. That's one. That's correct. That's correct. Right here. Anybody else? Mark Ivetsky. Correct. Anybody else? Ryan Rapp. That is the trick. That is a trick question. Incorrect, but a great guess. Born in Los Angeles, grew up in Australia.
Yes,
and that's the trick question of that. That's the tricky part about that.
He tries to act like he's Australian all the time, really proud, eats his Vegemite. I remind him, you're American.
Eats it.
No, stop. He said he didn't like peanut butter and jelly.
Really?
I said, no one, that's crap.
Yeah.
Because Vegemite is the worst tasting thing you've ever put in your mouth.
I ate it once and thought it was rotten. I thought it was
terrible.
wrong. I was like, "What is? I'm not supposed to eat this.
Salty, terrible,
it's like mold."
Yeah, it's good. I think that's what it is.
It's like, I think it is. Yes. I think it really is.
When you see Ryan, remind him.
I will. We need to have this conversation. This isn't like bring it on the road or anything, does it?
Not that I'm aware, but he brought it over here, which I thought was kind of aggressive move.
It's a lot. Even like having it in the States, it's a lot.
Now Tim Tam is an unbelievable cookie.
I don't know what that is.
Well,
what's a Tim Tam?
Anyone ever had a Tim Tam?
They're good?
Tim Tam.
What's a Tim Tam? What is it, like a cookie?
It's like a chocolate covered. What else in there? Little caramel. Yeah, it's good.
We need to get a microphone for everybody here in the crowd because we need everybody to get on here. A Tim Tam is like a cookie.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
It's like a chocolate. It's good.
I'm interested.
Trust me.
I'm interested. Okay, second question here. This is I had no idea. Beasley Coliseum has hosted NCAA tournament games 3 times, sub-regionals in Beasley Coliseum in Pullman. Can you name the 3 years that they hosted games in Beasley Coliseum? And in fact, the years are like, if you know Cougar hoops, super interesting. We got hard. All right. Okay, let's do this.
Someone.
First year.
Go ahead. I have no idea.
1975. So not long after it opened, an NCAA tournament game was held in Beasley Coliseum. The next 2 years, we got a possibility here. Say that again. I don't know the year Marv Harshman left, so you got me there. But that could be right. But I don't know. It may not be wrong.
You need to know the answers.
Well, I know the
years.
I just don't know about it. So 1982 and 1984, but not 83 when ELO went to the NCAA tournament. They didn't host that year. But how about that? 75, 82, and 84 NCAA tournament games in Beasley Coliseum.
That's kind of cool.
It is cool.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
Let's bring them back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Here's my one request, and I don't know who to talk to. We'll call Mark Emmert up. We'll see what we can do.
Where do the people stay that attend to the games?
I don't know. Well, that's a
the
great
hotels.
Yeah,
I was just saying there weren't. We didn't have the residents in, and
I think maybe the RV lot was full. But I don't know.
I guess they do play football, but I was thinking for a couple. That's a lot of people.
Well,
anyway, must have been jammed up. Go ahead.
I want the court to show again at the NCAA and on the March Madness games, like the home court.
Oh yeah,
not the generic NCAA thing. I want when Tyus Edney hit the shot with 4 seconds left. You saw where that was. You know what I mean?
Where was that? You don't remember?
Oh, I don't remember.
Whatever.
I should know.
No, I like that too.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's terrible.
No, it's terrible.
I want to say I think it might have been Utah.
I deserve that. Huntsman? Was it Huntsman?
Could have been.
I don't know if it
I
was
don't know. I have
Huntsman.
no idea.
I don't know. Our crack stats team back
If that's right, that's an incredible
if
memory.
Mitchell is going to buzz me back in studio for getting it wrong, at least he can Google it. At least he can Google it and look it up.
Yeah, find out where Edney hit that shot.
Yeah, get it right. Okay, third question. I love this question.
Go ahead.
I love this question. 3 years, 2009, 2010, and 2011, the CBI there was a telecast of the CBI, as there is now, but there was a telecast. Which longtime NBA guard was the analyst for the telecast for the CBI? You'll know. That's a hint. You know him.
Craig Elo.
Craig Elo, correct. That is correct.
There we go. I knew that.
Yep.
It was in Boise, by the way.
It was in Boise. Thank you, Mitchell. Boise was where Tyus Edney.
I was close. I was in the right region.
Yeah, it was good. That was
not
right
that
there.
far. Salt Lake to Boise.
I thought it was, is it, what's the court with the
Yeah, it's
with
like colors in there.
the colors in the center? I can picture
Boise.
the court. I didn't remember it was Boise, which I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. This is what trivia can do to you. It can get you, thank you.
Yeah.
Can get you caught live on air. Okay. Question number 4.
Yeah.
CJ's father, Bill Ellaby, played 4 years at Cal.
Yep.
What was his record in 8 games against Washington State? How did he do against the Cougs? What do you think?
2-6.
Incorrect. We need a buzzer for Kai. That's incorrect. All right. That's somewhat kind of close. You're not totally far. You're not like
3-5.
That's an X again. We need to get a buzzer again. He's wrong. Closer though.
1-7.
That's not way. Now you're way wrong. Now, that's
I was
that's the wrong way.
optimistic.
He was. There you go.
4-4.
Thank you. Yeah, he was 4-4.
4-4.
He started. There you go.
Yeah.
He won. They won the first 4 and they lost the back 4. So
I just hope he's wearing Coug gear tomorrow.
Yeah, I think he will be. Right.
Yeah, he should be.
I think he will be.
Yeah, he will.
I think so.
No doubt.
Okay, this is another great one. This is a great one. Can you name the 4 Cougs who have played in NBA Finals, NBA Championships series?
I got one.
Okay, who you got?
Clay.
That's correct. Klay Thompson is one of them. Anybody else? Aaron Baines, that's correct. Aaron Baines is correct. There are 2 more. Sorry, say it again.
Finals. They played in finals.
Correct. 4 Cougs have played in NBA Finals.
I don't remember James Donaldson.
I just hear somebody say Michael Thompson. We need an X. That's a buzz. That is correct. Gene Conley is one of the all-time great American athletes.
Wow.
Also, he's one of 2 athletes ever, pro athletes, Gene Conley, to win titles in 2 of the 4 major American sports. Otto Graham and Gene Conley. Gene Conley was a pitcher for 11 years, won a World Series with the Brewers, won 3 NBA championships as a Boston Celtic.
That's pretty cool.
1959, 1961. We are missing one. Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. We are missing one. 1986, Craig Elo for Houston. They lost to Boston.
Oh, we didn't say Elo?
He was on. We didn't say Elo. Eggs was the 4th. There you go.
Doggone it.
Yeah.
I should have known that.
Yeah.
Since I was living in Houston.
That's right. That's right. That's good. Now, do we have 2 bonus Soup Chat trivia questions?
Do.
Okay.
All right. So listen carefully here.
Yeah.
Who's the only U.S. president to be single?
Huh.
Not married.
Oh, I don't know the answer to that.
That's a Soup Chat special.
That's a classic Soup Chat question.
Anyone got a stab?
Oh, Buchanan? We have a Buchanan. Oh, we got a correct answer.
Winner.
Wow, that's pretty
Ding,
good.
ding, 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 ding.
And I didn't even see the phone out there. That was just, he just knew that.
That should have been. All right.
That's pretty darn good. I'm
That's
impressed
good.
by that. That's really good.
And the other Soup Chat is one school has had the number 1 pick in the draft in basketball and football. Name that school. It's not Washington State.
The number 1 pick.
Yep.
In
Football,
in the NFL,
and the NFL,
and the NBA draft.
And the NBA draft. Number 1 pick.
Oh boy.
Do I want to narrow it down? Can I give you some?
Sure.
They were the schools out west. I'll do that. It's a Western school.
We have a UCLA here. She said
incorrect.
Incorrect. We need a buzzer for that.
That's
one.
all right. That's
not
incorrect.
UCLA. It's a West Coast school.
It's not say West Coast,
but it's out
Western
west.
United States. That ought to take you off the coast.
So it's not on the Pacific coast, and it's not. We got it. Utah.
Utah it is.
Utah. That's a correct.
Alex Smith and Andrew Bogut.
And now, wow, that's right.
Yeah.
Bogut was number one.
Yep.
I'm impressed by the gentleman who got that
it's not
correct.
a Pac-12 school at the time. I don't think
Right.
anything about
LSU
that
not
was.
do it?
No, that's pretty good. Wait, Mitchell are
Didn't LSU have Jamarcus Russell and Shaq?
LSU.
No, it's a good guess. They're not even close to the same age, I don't think. No, same year. Did I say
Oh,
same
in the
year?
same year.
I'm in the same year.
Oh, in the same year.
I forgot to find that trivia. Yeah,
Alex-
same year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
How about
you're right.
you?
Shaq was right. Jamarcus Russell, but
yeah.
not same year. No,
Yeah.
I meant to say same
Same
year.
year. Wow, that's a heck
Yeah,
of
that
a
was
year.
it. It was in. Yeah,
Wow.
Utah had a good year.
How about that for the Utes? That's pretty darn good.
And they weren't. They were not even Pac-12.
Yeah, that's
The
Mountain
odds
West.
of that
Yeah.
are insane.
Yeah, really low. I appreciate the soup chat going sports on us.
Chat, yeah, they went sports. Yeah,
That's
they
pretty good.
mix it up.
They do. That's pretty
They
good.
mix it up.
All right. Well, hey, that's another successful trivia question. Trivia segment. I
Yeah,
should say.
absolutely.
We need. That's yeah.
We're
There we
good.
go. Much
We're
thanks.
good.
Yeah, we need to take a break. We'll come back. We're live here talking ball with Coach Smith at Zeppos.
Nice. I got to watch some Cal film. Let's go.
Offices in Washington and all
Cool.
across the country since 1863. That's U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. With Coach Smith, here's Matt Chazanow.
Back here live at Zeppo's Post Trivia. We are live here with Coach Smith, and we're kind of on the back quarter of the show here, and we have two questions that just came in. Jennifer Delzer, great Coug, huge fan of the podcast. We'll talk more about the pod.
I've
as we
teased
roll
me at
through.
this podcast.
It's a thing. It's a thing. with it's coming. So, okay, question for Coach. With Isaac Bonton out, so last game against USC, you've had a lot of different lineups in the games. That's an understatement. You've had a lot of different lineups. Is your choice of player groupings based more on your opposition or just yourself and who plays well together?
A little bit of its opposition on certain matchups. Like, for instance, when we played Utah, they had two big like Tim Allen and Riley Batten. So it was like playing small. This way didn't start Noah that game. Just like we didn't really have a good matchup for him, and so there's something like that. And then it's really teams I've coached. Usually they're one of our highest usage guys. Usually our point guard, like Bonton or Frankie Ferrari. So when that person's out, then it kind of changes the dynamic of who you're playing and how you're playing. So like I said, I don't want to tell who we're starting tomorrow, but we'll bring some other pieces that. We're just going to have to find some points a different way and play a little different way. And there's just no way around it. He became kind of crucial to what we were doing. So I think it's a little bit about us, and then sometimes there are combinations that against certain opposition make more sense, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we look a lot at three people lineups and how we defend, how we rebound with certain groups, and the best way. Hopefully, I've answered the question.
I think so. Yeah. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks for asking. I think the thing that really pops out the most about Bonton in losing him, at least I'm seeing you short term, right? Right. You didn't play against USC, and maybe you said doubtful, but not doubtful. We'll see how it feels tomorrow. But he's 8th in the pack in assists a game. I don't think people realize he shoots a lot, but boy, he also distributes a lot.
He's grown so much since league play started, and he might just be as simple as this. I knew there'd be a learning curve, just getting comfortable. But he might just be a really visual learner because I've just been sitting down watching film with him every game day, and he seems to get better and better. So I'm like, and it's not unless like good things, bad. We'll just watch him play, and so and I can see it in there with him. Like it's that position where you put him in a lot of ball screens. It's similar to being a quarterback, and your first thing you're going to read is how your defender's playing you. Your second read is how they're guarding the ball screen, and your third, when you get good, you start reading the fifth defender, which is the lowest guy, who's either tagging or helping, what decision you make. So I think it's almost like quarterback going through his reads, right? He's got his main guy, and he looks it off, he has to do that, and you got to make a quick decision. So I think the more we put him in that situation, the more we do that. And also the data-driven, like just showing his efficiency. He's a good learner. He's a growth mindset guy. So, I'm excited to get him back and excited to have him. Now he has obviously look in the future that he has a year under his belt, and he'll have some real confidence, and he's got 6 months to really work on those things and hone those things. I think we got a chance to have a really special player. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, I know it was not the shot you wanted, and it's a high degree of difficulty shot. I've also seen him hit that shot against the Bruins for the game winner.
Yeah, he played so well going in that too. So, that stretch of the game, he got us a lead. He kept us in the game and made a lot of plays with him and Jeff. And we were trying to go pick and roll on the side with Jeff. And like I said,
didn't happen.
It didn't happen. You're right.
Right. Hey, Matt, not me, but another Matt wants to know, how do you feel about the development of the freshmen so far this year, that being Rapp, Markovetsky, Williams, and Rodman?
I think it's good that they've gotten enough minutes. Obviously, Noah's worked his way in there being a starter this year, and he's just got a good competitive spirit, and when he's a great teammate out there, and he's fighting hard. So he's gone through a few layers there. Vova finally, again, he's gotten where he's been very serviceable backup for us behind Jeff, and he needs to keep growing. But there's a learning curve there, obviously, with the language and going to school and stuff like that. DJ's been one of our biggest plus-minus guys, and he hasn't been able to shoot the ball well. But I think that'll come because he's a really good shooter, and if you've seen us practice do that, and the way we go through our system, so it's helpful as far as we really emphasize defend, rebound, take care of the ball, and that's why DJ's out there. He really defends, he blocks out, rebounds, shows a little glimpse of his dad against UCLA. Had 5 of them, and he never turns it over. So it's like that piece is good. And then Ryan has been he's been hurt, and I really anticipate redshirting this year, but when we lost Jalen. We're short on ball handling, and now he's kind of thrust in a situation I don't know if he's ready for. But I even thought he played pretty well against USC. I kept him out there probably too long. We got down in that, but he's got a really good skill set offensively, and has been he got us a win. I think he's pretty responsible for the UCLA helping us there, so that's been good. But now it's just I think they've gotten I want to say the threshold of minutes. You want to get at least 250 minutes in a year for it to be valuable. And I think they're all going to get close to that. Obviously, Noah's got it, DJ's got it, and the other two are going to get some minutes there. They'll be close. So, and that's how I don't really like the redshirt guys because they really don't know. Maybe after you're a freshman, if you're redshirt late, here's what it takes. Here, I've got a taste of it. Here's what I need to get better at. And you really you're really motivated in that off season. When you redshirt, you get the benefit of the fifth year because that freshman year is still kind of a freshman year. You're a little older, you understand things, but you don't know.
We're up against it. We'll take a break. We're live here at Zeppo's talking basketball here with Coach Smith.
Spokane International Airport is
Coors Light, the world's most
road
refreshing
numbers,
beer.
Back here live at Zeppo's. It is that time of the show. We're talking ball here, and it is the opponent preview section. So that means we talk Cal, and we talk a little bit of Stanford. I don't want to get ahead of Cal, but we won't have a chance to talk again until we play both games. Cal comes into this one 4-8 in the league, but, you know, they beat Stanford by 2. They beat Oregon State by 2. They beat Washington in overtime. And you know, in some ways, they're 4-8 in the pack. They've actually exceeded some expectations in their first year with new head coach Mark Fox.
Mark's a good coach.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've gone back with him back when he was at Nevada and even before that. But they're well coached. I kind of thought I knew their roster pretty well because we played them and that stuff. And like I knew Matt Bradley's not surprising me. I think he's
really good player.
Yeah, he's really good and even like Andasevich, who's had a really kind of a breakout year. Like we recruited him at San Francisco, and I don't think he was a good fit for the previous coaching staff, but I can see where Mark would use him, and then Andre Kelly, who's only a sophomore. So I kind of thought there were some pieces that people didn't know that would be pretty good, and they've gotten better as the year's been, and it'll be a really tough game. And their quickness bothered us with Paris Austin and Joel Brown last time, and and they kind of fluked into. They weren't playing those two guys together. They started doing that since, and they've had a little success.
Yeah, they played really well in Boulder. They lost 71-65 in Boulder. I was scoreboard watching that one. I remember. I think I watched a little bit of the game, thinking, "Boy, that's not an easy thing to do."
No, and they played pretty well against Arizona State on Sunday.
Yeah.
I watched that, and Arizona State's playing really well. So everyone top to bottom, it's amazing. Like I was so depressed going in the locker room at UCLA when they're like, "Hey, your Bruins are now one game out of first place," and I'm like, "They're 8-5 or something," or whatever. No, they were. I don't even know. They were 8-6 or something. I don't know whatever it was. I was like, "Doggone it, we were going to be." I think they went to 7.
They're 8-5.
But they were 7-5. They were 7-5, and they're like one. And they were talking. I was like, "Well, I mean, we would have been 6-6."
Yeah.
I was like, so it was close. So it just shows you. I think Washington's a really talented team. They're 2-10. That's kind of absurd.
11. Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah,
It's kind of absurd. So the league is. I think it's just it's fourth best league in the country.
Is that what it is right now?
Yeah, that's according to Ken Palm.
Ken Palm.
So, that's our gospel over there. So
So John Andrews.
The Palm says what the Palm says is what we believe. So it's fourth best league, and then even like Washington 2-11, they're still like 56th.
Yeah, they have that win over Baylor that started the year. It's just skyrocketed their whole ranking. They have a win over the number one team.
That helps.
On neutral court, so it just pops the whole thing up. Colorado and Oregon are 9-4.
Okay, there we go.
At the top of the pack. Arizona State are 8-4, and then USC, UCLA are 8-5, and then Stanford is 5-7. That's the next spot. Is DeSal's De Silva? Do we know if he's going to play on Sunday? Did he play?
He played against Arizona, but I don't know. I haven't checked. I think I should know because our graduate manager Michael Orlick. His dad is on the staff.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that. Graduate manager Michael Orlick's father's on the Stanford coaching staff.
Yeah. So he's pretty dialed into Stanford, so we don't trust him, actually.
He's a mole. He's a mole.
We don't know which way he's a mole for. Is he giving us good information or bad? That's his dad.
He can shoot it, Michael.
Graduate. No, he ruins his scout team. He ruins those all the time. Yeah. No, you're not. He split a ball screen today. I'm like, come on, man.
He's a little too good.
We all do. Yeah. He's not that good. We just, in your scout team, I know it's like to be the player. You're doing the scout, and you're trying to do things right. The coach says, and then the coach, the manager splits the ball screen. Now the coaches are yelling at you, and I'm like, Orlick, come on, man.
I love it.
So he's fun.
He's
doing a good job.
Hey, let's take our final break. Come back. We've got a couple of minutes left live here at Zeppo's with Coach Smith before Cal. Here with Coach Smith. We've got, just a couple of minutes left before Cal and Stanford. And this is the senior day week for Jeff Pollard. And I want to talk more about Jeff before senior day because it's the last time he's going to wear a Coug uniform in Beasley Coliseum. He's a guy who I think a lot of fans have realized how hard he's worked, especially through some of the injuries this year. But even seeing him develop, his numbers have all ascended, his minutes have ascended, his impact is clearly felt, and he's a great guy.
You hit it all. True Coug.
Yeah.
No, he's great. He's wonderful, and actually a little better player than I expected, to be honest.
Is that right?
I think he's just looking at, we scrimmaged against. I liked him because we scrimmaged him when I was at San Francisco, and he had like 16 against us, and I didn't realize, and they didn't play him as much and that, and so, but I was like, he's a stretch 5. He's kind of the unicorn. That type, and he's struggled a little bit. He hit him against UCLA, and but it's not that. It's just that he's a really cerebral player, like really smart, good decision maker. He's quicker than you think in the sense like he's quick from here to here, like as far as defensively. Now sprinting up and down, he's not the most fleet of foot guy, not the biggest jumper, but he's a good basketball player, just good sense, and it rarely turns it over, makes good decisions, shoots a good percentage. He's great.
It's also senior day for Jervae Robinson. We have like 40 seconds left. Yeah. He's had no more than 2 turnovers in every Pac game.
That's great.
He's a great, and he's also a great kid.
And a great defender. Yeah, he's a great story.
Really
brings
good.
it every night. Excited way his season's turned out. Both of them.
Thank you, Coach. And thanks to everybody who showed up here and everybody who listened. Thanks to Jared Prengruber, Jerry Kylo, and Mitchell Lee. It is a Wednesday tip tomorrow night. A Wednesday tip, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock Cougs against the Bears tomorrow. And then Sunday, 3 o'clock is I beg your pardon, Sunday, 5 o'clock. 4:30 airtime. 5 o'clock against the Cardinal on Sunday. Right. Go Cougs. Go Cougs.
Thanks.